Hello there, it's Jay here from Jay's Vintage Junk, and today I thought we'd take a look at this thing. I was up in the attic the other day looking for something completely non-vintage computer related, and I stumbled across this. I've actually completely forgotten I own this thing. What we've got here, this is what's called a Microscribe. It's a bit Cold War era, like nuclear deterrent-esque kind of piece of equipment. Basically what this is, it's a very, very small little RS-232 terminal, and this is actually a piece of military equipment. I don't know whether these ever had a civilian purpose or not. I've owned this for years and years and years. I can't even remember where I picked it up from. That's how long I've had it. I must have had it 20 years or something like that. But like I said, I was looking for something else in the attic, and I stumbled across this thing, and I thought I'll dig that out and have a look at it. This did actually used to power on and work. I did try it just briefly when I pulled it out from the attic, and it won't power up anymore. So I thought what we'd do in this video is have a quick look at the unit. I'll show you some of the interesting bits of paperwork I've got with it. And then I think we'll have a quick look inside it, because these things they basically have a rechargeable battery in them. And I just want to see what state that rechargeable battery is in, so we'll have a quick look inside it. I'll probably remove the battery that's in there. I don't think I'm going to be doing any repair work on it in this video, but we'll do a little quick tear down of it and have a look inside it, because I've never even had this thing open. I can't even remember why. I might as well show you the actual unit itself. Basically this is it. I'll just take that paperwork. We'll look at that paperwork after, but that's it. It looks very much like something like the Husky Hunters and things like that, and it's kind of a similar type thing. I think this is older. I think this is very, very early 80s. But basically, like I said, all it is a little RS-232 terminal. So it'd be used to connect to a much bigger computer and send commands and things like that to a much bigger system. So what I'll do is we'll get this down on the table. I'll reset the camera, and like I say, I'll show it you a bit closer up in a bit more detail, and then we'll have a look. We'll have a look inside it, and I'll go through this. I've got some really interesting paperwork with it. We'll have a quick look at that as well. It possibly gives an indication of what it may have been originally used for in the military. I believe it came from a radar installation, so we'll have a quick look at that after. Like I say, I'll just reset the camera, and we can have a proper look down on this thing. So back in a sec. Okay, here we are. This is the unit in more detail. Like I say, it's the Microscribe 310. Get it out of the it's fantastic patent leather case. Really is a nice piece of equipment, and it's a Microscribe Series 300. Now, finding information about these things is nigh on impossible. All I've managed to do is doing an internet search. I've managed to find the manual for. It's not even this model, it's a similar model. And it's just a basic manual that goes over some of the menu functions and some of the commands that you use on it. That particular one, it seems to only have a 2-line display, as where this one has the 4-line display, but that is literally the only information that I can find about it. I think this is probably the first video on YouTube actually showing one of these things. I have had a quick look and search on YouTube, and if you type in Microscribe, you come up with quite a few videos, and it's really interesting. It's like a 3D plotting device used for taking like an object and basically plotting using this machine, and it then allows you to recreate it in 3D in a computer. And that's also called a microscribe. So if you type it into YouTube, you'll just come up with videos for that. Like I say, I think I'm probably the first person to actually cover one of these on YouTube. So yeah, it really is simple. So we've got a basic input keyboard there. I'm not sure, I think it's something like 4 lines by 40 characters or something like that, the display. And to the rear, we've got RS-232 port. We've got a port for the charger, and we've got the power switch there. We have a look on the bottom. Now this kind of gives away what this has had some to do with. We've got radar, T91, which obviously I don't know what that means, IMV JDJ, which I don't know what that means, but like I said, this thing had something to do with radar. And I have a feeling this might have had something to do with our early warning system. On the back here we've got a Microscribe, and it was actually made in Wales. It's Microscribe Limited. Let me just find my glasses because I'm struggling to see that. But yeah, basically we've got a Microscribe Limited, Lancastrian Industrial Park, I think that's Carmarthen, Gwent, so Wales. And then there's a you can tell how old this is. It's got a telephone number, and underneath that it has a telex number. So what I'll show you now, I'll show you the paperwork that came with this as well. This is quite interesting. And what we've got, this is Procurement Executive Ministry of Defence, contracts in defence. Now, I will state now, this, if you look at this, this is from 1988. I'm not giving away any official secrets or anything like that in this. This is well obsolete. Like I say, I've had this for many years. I don't know why this paperwork stayed with it, but basically this is some contract work. I think it was like to update the system, basically. If we look, we've got Microscribe handheld VDU, carry case, AC converter, RS-232 lead plus special adapter for direct input to type. I think that's 91 equipment. Now I don't have any of the leads or anything with it. Quantity of each unless otherwise stated, 5. Then we've just got basically cases being marked to be completed by the 30th of June 1989. Where's the other? There we go. This is the interesting bit. For the purpose of this computer, DEFCON. Now this is the interesting bit. DEFCON. Now, doesn't DEFCON always relate to like nuclear kind of, you know, bombs coming in and things like that? But it's hereby delete DEFCON 129 and insert DEFCON 129B. So it's obviously they was doing something where they needed to do a system update or something. But it's just really interesting to actually have, you know, like something that I presume most, you know, things like this will have all been destroyed. I don't know why this actually is still in existence. But we've got, you know, quantity of each item to be consigned as follows, and we've got RAF Bullmore, RAF North Neat Shield, RAF. So we've got all the RAF bases that they was sending these things out to. Equipment's returns. I don't think that's anything, but yeah. So I mean, it's just an interesting piece of history to have with this thing. I mean, I could be barking up the wrong tree. It could be something completely different, but I do have this feeling that this thing at some point played some role in the UK defence system. Anyway, what I thought we'd do, because it won't power up, unfortunately. I do have the where have I put it now? Oh, there it is. I do have the correct Microscribe power supply for it. In fact, I suppose what we could do is just quickly check to see if we have got any voltage coming out at the end of the power supply. So, oops. I'll plug that in and we'll get a test meter and we'll just see if we've actually got some voltage coming out at the end of here. So this thing many years ago, I remember it did actually used to work, but it has been in my attic for, like I say, I must have owned this for nearly 20 years, if not 20 years. So let's see if we've got any. Yeah, so we've got 12 volt coming out of there. Yep, 11.4 whatever. Yeah, so we've got a DC voltage out of there. Remember, obviously it's going to be regulated and smoothed in the actual machine. Like I say, it's also got a NiCad pack in there. Damn glasses won't stay on my head for some reason. Right, so when we do plug it in, as you can see, there's no signs of life, unfortunately. Now, I did leave it for half an hour or so just to see if it needed, like my T1000, that it needed to actually build up a bit of a charge before it'd actually do something, and I said unfortunately it is completely dead. So let's take it apart. Let's have a look inside it. I must admit, you know, even though I've had this years, I've never opened it up. It was just one of them things that I acquired. So I can't even remember where I picked this up from. If it was eBay, it would have been in the very, very early years of eBay. I doubt it. To be honest, it was probably somewhere else. It could have even been like a radio swap meet or something like that. But it very well could have been something like a radio swap meet that I picked it up at. So it used to go to quite a lot. Now there is one of these actually for sale on eBay at the moment. Unfortunately the chap wants £150 for it. I don't think they're really worth that kind of money. That's the only other one of these that I've actually seen. Right. I've got some screws on the back here. Okay, I think we can get in it now, so let's take there we go. So yeah, there's our battery pack. I mean, that's actually dated, that battery pack's from 1989. So I'm pretty certain that is going to be absolutely goosed. Let's see if there's got any charge in that at all. Have a quick see if we've got any life in that battery, but I very, very much doubt it is going to have anything in it. Oh. Amazingly, we've got about 3 volts-ish there. I wonder if I did actually leave this for much longer, whether it would come back up. I'm guessing we're going to need at least 6 volts. Well, it's a 6 volt pack, isn't it? Let's see if I plug the charger in. It doesn't. Ah. No, it does actually appear to be charging. Right, so if I leave that on that position, so there's a possibility. I think really those batteries are just shot. They've just not got any capacity left in them. It is actually coming up. It is coming up. What I might have to do is just get some new rechargeable cells and build a new one for that. It would be kind of interesting to see if we can get this machine working again actually. Let's have a quick look. Let's get it the right way around so you can actually have a decent look. Now this is where that new camera would really come in for doing stuff like this. Unfortunately, I still haven't found my VJ capture card. I know it's about somewhere. I'm sure I didn't sell it. I'll get you in there. And to be able to do what I really want with that new camera, to really make maximum use of it, I do need to be able to get my VJ capture card so I can actually capture the video coming out of it. But there we go. So we've got what we're using as our main processor there. We've got a HD 630. Sorry, we've got a HD 63B03XP. Now I'm guessing it's going to be some programmable logic and a microcontroller in one. That thing there. I'm trying to see if I can find some dates on this. I'd really like to know when it was actually made. So I'm feeling it's early 80s. Let's see what we've got any dates on any of these codes. On any of these, we've got some RAM chips here. Up here we've got a RAM chip. Can't make out a date code. Ah, here we go. 1988 by the look of this. So we've got some 74 logic here, some 74 HC157s, and those are 88 I think. 4th week 88, 4th week 88. Let's see if we can see anything else. Yeah, there we go, that's 14th week 88. I think we're dating this thing to around about 1988 then. So this could very well be the absolute original, the original battery in it as well. Fortunately, there's no signs of corrosion of that battery. There's no signs that it's actually started to leak anywhere. And it... oh, I don't know actually. I can see basically on the end of the connectors there, it does look a little bit green in there, and essentially what can I think we will pull this. Let's see if it's going to power up. See if that's charged enough to give us anything on the screen. Oh, hang on, do we get there? I think I just got a cursor in the corner of the screen then. Yep. Is it waking up? Yeah, if I get it in the right light, there's actually a cursor in the corner of the screen there. Switch it off, see if I can get it to come back on. I do get a little cursor just coming in the, I don't know if you can make that out there, but there's a little cursor, but it's not reacting to anything. No. But it wasn't doing anything at all before, so I wonder, it's not getting hot either, that battery. No, it's not getting warm. Just give it a quick probe. But I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to... I mean, it's 3 point something volts there now, so there's obviously not enough power in that battery to be able to power it properly. In fact, yeah, it's I think before we, well, I mean, I suppose what I could do is I could just connect, say, 5 volts up to it. I could just connect 5 volts right up to that and see if that'll allow it to power up. Should we try that? Just bear with me a sec. I'll yeah, we'll give that a quick try. Just bear with me a sec. I'm just going to see if I can find something we can sort some 5 volts out from. We'll see if we can power it up with 5 volts. So back in a sec. Okay, basically what I've done, I've ripped the USB cable off an old scrap keyboard. I've cut the battery terminals and I've wired basically 5 volts USB to the battery connector. Now that battery's definitely been leaking because one of the wires actually broke straight off the battery connector as soon as I played with it, so that battery is going to have to come out. But if you keep your fingers crossed, if I switch this on now, it's actually working. It is actually working. So we've got directory, edit file, terminal mode, transmit file, receive file, rename file, delete file, system reset. Now I actually believe this thing has something like 10k of storage in it, so you can write a document in it, and then when you get the opportunity you can connect up and send that document to wherever it needs to go. So it's quite an interesting little system. So it was obviously designed for a set purpose. I'm trying to figure out actually how to do anything on it at the moment. Like I say, it's very, I can't really move it around because that wire is literally just it's just touching. If I move it too far, it will just go off again. Let me see if I can zoom you in so you can actually have a look what it's showing on screen. See, I can't tell whether you can see that or not, unfortunately. Can you actually see what it's showing on the screen there? I won't be able to actually see. I have a horrible feeling if I pick it up now because of the way I've had to jam that. Oh, there we go. You can see it. So, will you just hold that and see if I can stick something on behind it? No, it's not big enough. Not going to work. Ooh, there we are. Right, can you see that now? You can see that now, can't you? Right, excellent. So unfortunately I can't actually get it to do anything. At the moment I can't get it to come off like into edit file. I'm not actually sure what the commands are. I think I did have it working where I could actually get into some of the directories when I last played with it, but that is a very, very long time ago. It's something like that and then E, I can't remember. Anyway, if anyone out there has ever seen one of these before, has used one, or give me any information about it, I would be really quite appreciative. Like I said, I've only ever seen one of this exact model since that one that's currently for sale on eBay. It's £150 and he doesn't know whether it works and it hasn't got the power supply with it, and it does look like it's got a fair bit of battery corrosion on the back of it, so it probably would need major work to get into working order. I said I've seen a manual for one, but not this exact model online, and apart from that, that's really it. I said there's no reference to any of this on eBay. Like I said, Google search, that's really all it ever brings up. So if anyone can shed any more light on it, am I correct? Was this used as part of our nuclear defence system? You know, detecting incoming missiles or something like that in the 1980s, early 90s. I actually thought this thing was older than it was. I thought this thing was probably from the early 80s, whereas I can see it's from the late 80s. And to be honest, it probably really didn't ever get used. It's really interesting that it's still got all that paperwork with it anyway. Anyway, I'm rambling now, so I'm going to leave it there for now. I hope you enjoyed this little video. And like I said, if anyone can put any light on this thing, tell me what it really was used for. Please do. I might even see if I can do a little bit more research, see if I can perhaps get this thing to connect up to a computer or something and actually possibly do something useful. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for now. I hope you enjoyed this little video. So, oh, and it's decided to switch off. So I think that's an opportune time to say thanks for watching and goodbye.